Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Unitarian Congregation of Guelph. My name is Lisa Clendenning, and I will be your service leader for today's service about the seed, presented by Tom Armitage. Janet Colley will introduce him more fully later in the service. Welcome to all of you, familiar faces and newcomers. Welcome here in the UCG building and to all of you who are on Zoom. At UCG, we strive to be a community where everyone is welcome, no matter your age, gender, sexual orientation, abilities, and race.
Or lateness.
Or lateness. We welcome all who come in search of truth and meaning, and we will travel, learn, and grow together. If you are new to UCG, we encourage you to check us out a few times. We are a lay-led congregation, and therefore every service will be different. And I'm going to have Amanda read the territorial acknowledgement. I first heard this territorial acknowledgement at the Green Campaign MP hopeful Anne-Marie Zadlik launch. And I think it's very different from the usual territorial acknowledgements in that it was actually written by an Indigenous person. So.
This territorial acknowledgement was written by an Indigenous person, Bruce Weaver, for the Church of the Apostles in Guelph. The land where the city of Guelph was built at the time of contact was home to a nation called Neutrals by the French. The neighboring Huron nations called them Attawandaron, an insult based on their distinct dialect. Their name for themselves was Chonchonton, caretakers of the deer. Despite their neutrality in the wars fought over the fur trade and territory between Iroquois and Huron nations were backed by the French, Dutch, English trading partners. The Chinonton were weakened by disease and famine and destroyed by war in the mid-1600s. When the nation was defeated, they were scattered and assimilated by the Iroquois. The treaty that governed the settling of this land was made with the Mississaugas of the Credit, an Anishinaabe nation. These people and other First Nations, Inuit and Métis heritage are a vital part of our present life together, and we rejoice in their presence in the city and community and their ongoing stewardship of the land. In the words of Will Allen, food justice means everyone, regardless of the background or economic status, has the right to access nutritious and culturally appropriate food.
And we'll have Brad do the lighting of the chalice. And the words will be up on the screen. And if you feel comfortable, please say them along with us. In this flame, we witness the power of transformation. Awed again by the one life, we are grateful to be vital to the living universe and inspiring
community.
The opening words are short, which is probably a good thing since we're a little bit tardy getting started. They do have meaning though. Food justice is not an abstract idea. It's a tangible reality we can create through collective action. And I will now have Diane read the story for all ages, and we do have a child to read the story to, and the rest of us are children of all ages.
Ash is going to come in with Sam to read it because the mask makes it difficult for me to be heard.
Okay.
It's kind of scary.
Not these kids, they grew up with it.
True.
Kids now.
COVID kids.
Yeah.
We also want people on.
Yeah, okay. All right. Our story, am I good to start?
We need a microphone.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Are you, actually, here, do you want me
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
easier. All right. Our story today is called I Am One by Susan Baird. I Am One, a book of action. How do I make a difference? It seems like a tall order for one so small. But beautiful things start with just one. One seed to start a garden. One stroke to start a masterpiece. One note to start a melody. One step to start a journey. One brick to start breaking down walls. And I can speak one gentle word to start a conversation. I can use my one soft voice to start a friendship. I can perform one act of kindness to start a connection. I can share one tender hug to start caring. I can light one candle to start leading the way. I can make one drop in the water to start ripples that become swells, then waves, traveling over oceans, across borders and boundaries, landing on distant shores to start a chain reaction, inspire movement, and make a change. I am one. I can take action. We are each one, and we can take action. One by one, we can make a difference. Because one is all it takes to start something beautiful.
Thank you, Ash, that was lovely. And I have missed the opening song, so are we ready for one more step?
Do you want to sing the kids?
Oh, yes.
Let's take the kids out first and then we'll, yeah.
The kids. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the love of all surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
So this is a 168 in your grave. You guys all there? You found it? Okay.
I sure can.
Sure. One more step, we then take one more step, till there is peace for us, and everyone will take one more step. One more word, we will take one more word, till every word is heard, and everyone will take one more word. One more prayer, we will say one more prayer, till every prayer is shared by everyone. We'll say one more prayer. One more song, we we'll sing one more song, till every song is sung by everyone. We'll sing one more song.
Now we'll have Lorna do Joys and Sorrows.
I don't know, is that one working?
Yes, it's on. You might just have to flip the switch, I'm not sure.
Did you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, let me invite you to sit with your feet on the floor. No? Yes?
No, try speaking closer into it.
Hello?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So sit with your feet on the floor and take a deep breath. And I just want to check that the recording is off.
It's about to be, sorry.
Okay.
You I give and from you I receive?
Yeah.
So let's take a moment to acknowledge and give thanks for all the many ways that people support the UCG with their participation. From keeping in touch with fellow congregants to generously donating their time and talents to keep our services, program, and building running. Thank you. Our congregation thrives because of the commitment of so many among you. We also acknowledge those who support UCG through pre-authorized debit. For those here in the sanctuary, we will pass the offering plate around now. If you would like a tax receipt for your donation, please write your name on a brown envelope which can be found in the plate. If you are visiting us for the first time, you are our guest. Please pass the plate along.
Oh, there it is.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
And before we have Tom from the seat talk to us, Janet Colley is going to introduce him from online.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce Tom Armitage. Tom manages The Seed, a community food project of the Guelph Community Health Center. Its focus is on tackling food insecurity. Since joining The Seed in 2018, he has helped expand its reach, providing thousands of meals and groceries to the community. He oversees programs like affordable groceries, good food distribution, Upcycle Kitchen, and food prescriptions. All of these provide nutritious food to those in need. Many of these initiatives are volunteer run under the guidance of the Seed's experienced staff. Tom is committed to addressing the root causes of poverty and building a more equitable food system. Thanks
you,
very
Janet.
much.
And now we'll turn it over to Tom.
Thank you for that introduction, Janet. Great to see you again. Janet volunteered with us for several years at our markets pre-COVID, and I just saw her again for the first time 2 days ago. since then. So it's lovely to see you, and thank you for having me here to talk about our work. I think I have 20 minutes, is that right?
Mhm.
And you'll give me a heads up if I'm going on? Okay.
No problem.
All right, sounds good. So the seed got its start in 2015, and the reason why it exists in the first place is that food insecurity is a huge issue in our community, as it was then, as it is now, where there were a number of different food pantries, food banks within our community that were offering food to people free of charge. So people would come to their doors and they would give them a basket of food, basically. And one of the things that a lot of these partners wanted to do was improve what they were offering to people. And it was very difficult for them to receive donations, donated food, because they were operating out of church basements, out of school portables, classrooms, that kind of thing. So they didn't have much space to use. And then they also, while they were being offered donated food, they just didn't have any place to put it. Then they also had difficulty buying food as well. So they were going to retail stores to purchase food, which is time consuming, and you're hunting for the best deals so that you can get the most food possible for the amount of money that you have. So a group of agencies wanted to get together to say, can we do something about this so that we can centralize cold storage and distribution for this network of food pantries and food banks throughout Guelph and Wellington. And during that time, there was a lot of examples in other communities of how something like that could work. So they were inspired by a few places in Toronto and elsewhere to say, yeah, we can do this. We can centralize cold storage and distribution. So I got my start in 2015 looking at that challenge to say to all of these partners, how much space do you think this idea needs? How much food are you currently bringing in? How much donated food is coming in or being offered to you that you can't take? How much food are you purchasing? So asking these questions, so about 10 different groups at the time that were really keen on being part of this. And what I heard from them is that, yes, they were purchasing a lot of food and they were being offered a lot of food. So it sounds like we need a lot of space. And at the time we had some funding that would allow the person who would take on that work, which ended up being me, to basically work on trying to get more food for a lower cost. So looking at the wholesale chain of food purchasing and distribution, and look at all of the different opportunities for donated food that was coming in. So in that first year, I suggested that because we only have about 8 months worth of funding to do a bunch of the distribution work, that if you're buying food, why don't we all go in together to purchase under one banner so that we can raise the amount of buying power that we have, reduce the cost of food for everyone, and you could order it through the seed, and we'll take a little markup on it, so just adding additional cost to help cover our expenses. Then we can run this program a lot longer than the 8 months that we have a grant for. So they're all very on board with that. And in that first year, we purchased and distributed about $60,000 of food, produce in particular, because that was the one thing that was very difficult for a lot of these partners to get, particularly donate. And if you fast forward 10 years, in 2024, we moved, I think it was just over $1.2 million in resold food. So it was quite a jump from that first year to where we are now. And in that first year, we were working really hard to get more donated food in, but it was also challenging while we were trying to work on the purchasing side at the same time. So I'm going to fast forward again to about 2022, where things are really starting to ramp up for us in terms of our ability to bring in donated food. And in that year, we brought in, I think it was around $700,000 of donated food that we were able to circulate through our partners and through our own programs. And in 2023, based on all of that growth that we had, we were able to purchase a 26-foot truck. So it was the biggest truck that we ever had, and that allowed us to make it to $1.2 million in donated food in 2023. And then in 2024, we did $2.2 million in donated food that we distributed through our community. That's on top of all the purchased and resold food. So we've had quite a jump from when we got our start to now, in terms of our, what we call our wholesale social enterprise. And in that first year, I said we had about 10 partners. Now we have over 40 partners that are distributing food in different ways. So some of them you might recognize: Hope House, Chalmers, Salvation Army, North End Harvest Market. There's quite a few to list. There's 40 plus to list. And we have partners that are more informal as well. So we know that people are living in encampments, and there's no like structure supporting that in terms of like having a building. So there are people that will come to us. They'll order some of the donated food and bring it to the encampments and distribute it there as well. So the way things have changed over the years, we're changing with the times as well, as you can see through that work. So that's where we got our start, was to develop that wholesale purchasing and distribution social enterprise. But in doing that, we also found that there were opportunities to use all the infrastructure that we were getting and gathering and sharing to run other programs. Janet mentioned a few there, and the one that she volunteered with was our sliding scale markets. So I don't know if everyone here is familiar with sliding scale, but the idea is that we're purchasing food to resell it, and we allow people to buy it at the cost that we paid for it. So that's our lowest cost. But we want to include everyone in this solution. And I heard mention of community being a way to resolve food insecurity. I agree wholeheartedly with that, where there are people who can pay retail rates for food as well, and anywhere in between. And that way, when somebody's buying food at retail at one of our market locations, that's some added income for us that can help us cover some of our costs. Then we have people who can't afford to pay the full rate, and we have no questions asked policy. If they come to us and they want to buy it at the deepest discount we have, they can do that, and we don't ask anything about that. So we've been running those markets since 2017 and have had great success there as well. And we used that sliding scale model during COVID to develop an online grocery store as well. So this program is called Groceries from the Seed. I don't know if anyone here has heard of it. Awesome. We got one.
I love your upscale dinners.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
I'll explain those too. So the sliding scale idea, so having those deep discounts that get you down to the cost that we paid for it, we applied it online. So now we have a store where we have over 200 different products that people can choose from, roughly 60 different fruits and vegetables, and every other category of nutritional food category. And you can go onto the store online, fill your basket with as much or as little as you'd like, and then when you get to the checkout, you can choose what discount you're paying for the food. So we have people who are paying retail rates for it, and we have most people will pay our deepest discount for it. So through that model, people are choosing exactly what it is they want with the small amount of money that they have to purchase the food. And we've been running this program for 4 years, and within the first 2 years of running it, we were constantly asking for feedback. How are things going? Is it working well for you? Is there anything we can do to improve? And one of the things that we heard is that even at our lowest cost, it's difficult for a lot of people to afford all of the food they need. So I talked about that donated food. We looked at that as being an opportunity to put free food onto the store as well. So we have a free food category that people are able to choose from there. And anything that we're bringing in that's donated, that's of household size or quantity, we'll put up on that store as well. So people can choose what they want to pay for, add free items to their cart, and check out the same way. And again, no questions asked. So if people are paying retail rates for food and put some free items in there, we don't ask any questions. Majority of people are paying deepest discount and putting the free items in. And through that, again, we go back a year after developing this side of things and asking people, how is it now? How's the store now? And we saw a lot of improvements in terms of people saying, so food insecurity exists on a spectrum. Some people were saying, I went from experiencing this level to a better level. Some people who were just on the margin of facing it at all, saying, I don't feel like I'm food insecure at all anymore because of this store. So if you're interested in participating, it's a great way to get involved and contribute. And we have pickups on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thursdays at our warehouse, which is not too far away on Huron Street. Fridays in the West End at the Sheldale Community Center. And Saturdays at the Guelph Farmers Market, you can pick up there as well. And with the market on Saturday, we run our produce market that I described earlier. So if you're keen to go to the market, check us out there as well. Again, it's the same model. You can go in. If you only want one thing, you buy one thing. If you want to get all your produce through us, we welcome that as well, for sure. And now I'll describe the Upcycle Kitchen, where the idea here is when we're getting a lot of donated food in, it's of a varying quality as well. So we don't want to put things onto the store that are of poor quality or the best before dates are lapsed, that kind of thing, because we want the most, or the least stigmatizing experience possible, the most dignified experience possible for people who are participating with us. Now, if you go into the back of your fridge at home, you're grabbing a tomato and you're like, I just cut that off and prepare it in something else. So that's kind of the concept we're working with as well, where something might be a little more blemished than we're comfortable putting on the store. We have a lot of community partners that have kitchens, so they're doing the same thing, just producing meals for people to eat at their locations. But we don't have a physical location to do that at, so what we do is we create frozen meals out of the donated food, and sometimes we need to purchase extra ingredients to fill it out. So we're making shepherd's pies, lasagnas. What have you had recently?
What I love, no, I'm not telling what I love because everybody will just have it. And I'm vegetarian, so I love that they do some vegetarian, they do some meat as well. And the eggplant parmesan is fantastic.
We got a lot of great feedback about the eggplant parmesan for sure. So yeah, a lot of varieties of meals there as well. So the idea is because the food is donated to us, we basically only want to cover our cost. So it's the cost of container, extra ingredients, labeling, all of that. So the meals are usually at least 2 portions, so a pretty big container. And if you were to look at a restaurant, you're probably paying $15, $16 for it, and at our deepest discount is $3. At our retail costs, we're only charging $9 for that. So again, it's just one of those ways of recirculating funds back into our programs to support the work that we're doing.
And well worth it.
Thank you. How much time do I have?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. So the last program I'll describe, and I'm not sure if we're doing questions now or after.
So we'll end the service,
Yep.
take a 15-minute break where people can go out and talk,
Okay.
and then those that want to come back in will do it.
Okay, sounds good. So Janet mentioned that the SEED is a project at the Guelph Community Health Center for this last program. That's an important point because we think that one of the ways that we can reduce food insecurity is by going through the healthcare system. By thinking the SEED being part of the health center is connected to primary care physicians, dietitians, social workers. There's a way to work with people within those professions to say, like, you know, some of the reasons why people are facing the health challenges that they have are related to the lack of nutritious food that they have. So is there a way for us to give store credit or prescriptions to people to help them with that issue? So we've been running a program called Fresh Food Prescriptions since about 2019. And the idea there is we get foundation funding, some government funding through the Public Health Agency of Canada, where we're basically getting funds that purchase food on behalf of others. So we're giving people $15 per person within their household each week for use on our store and at our markets to buy the nutritious food that they need. So like one family, might be a family of 5, they're getting $75 in these vouchers per week, which they're using at their deepest discount. So that's actually closer to $110 of food value if they were to go to retail. So it has a pretty significant impact on people's access to food because they're able to access all the things that we have on our store, all the things that we have within our markets, and it's based on the number of people in their household as well. We partner with the University of Guelph and the University of Victoria to do research on this as well, to actually have a third party evaluating our work, to talk to the people who are participating in the program to see what the impacts are. And they're pretty significant, as you could guess. If you're giving money to people for food, they're using it for food, they need it, and they're doing a lot better as a result of that. So we've been running it since 2018. We have at least another 3 years of funding to run that program. And it's something that we want to see as part of the healthcare system as well. We have a lot of different universities, healthcare agencies that are asking us about this program, and they want to run their own. And now we're seeing that it's becoming more of a movement across Canada as well for food prescribing. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there because I said a lot, but I'm happy to chat when we get that opportunity later. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Tom. It's amazing to see what has happened in, I don't know, like 10 years or so.
10th year, yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
celebrating that this year.
That's just amazing how much you've scaled since then and how many more people you're now able to help. So, yeah, thank you. And look forward to discussion afterwards at, we'll say like 12:15. But first, we are going to do a closing song. We Give Thanks, number 1010 in the Teal book.
For this one, I can't put together my words and my fingers at the same time. Too much coordination. So I'll have to have you guys sing while I play it.
Yeah.
I can start it. We give thanks. Let me start, I had to turn my volume a little bit here. I'll try this again. We give thanks
For this precious day.
Maybe we can hear played once first.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
For this precious day, for all gathered here, and from far away, for this time we share, with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. We give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here, and those far away, for this time we share, with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
Thank you, John. And the closing words are by Norman Borlaug. Food is the moral right of all who are born into this world. And I'll have Brad extinguish the chalice. And if you'd like, please follow us with the words on the screen. We gather to light this chalice. We part the flame lit within us. An inspired community.